brilliant.
You had to feel for Hamid Hassan there. I mean, he bowled some really good Yorkers that went for 4 runs because his Hartik's wrists are so strong. He could just dig it in. और जैसे आके भाई ने बात की कि बहुत ज़रूरी था इंडिया के लिए अपना नेट रन रेट ऊपर करना, इसीलिए पंत और पांड्या को भेजा गया. 13 बॉलों पे 35 रन बनाए हैं उन्होंने. क्या कहेंगे उनकी फायरवर्क्स रेंट पे इन्होंने किए?
Punt, I think, is a special talent. We saw against Pakistan, he hit 2 sixes, one-handed sixes, and today I admire the shot. He was nearly fall over. जो उसने जो है ना क्रीज के अंदर रह के जो सामने छक्का मारा है, उसने पाँव भी मूव नहीं किए, उसके पाँव भी क्रीज के अंदर थे. अनबिलीवेबल. अगर हमारे पास है तो हम वो दिखा सकते हैं. अनबिलीवेबल शॉट जो है ना कि nearly fall over and then ball went.
भाई आप फरमाइश करें, पूरी ना करें, लेकिन हम करेंगे, पर एक छोटी सी ब्रेक के बाद करेंगे.
लेकिन ये कि ऋषभ पंत को चाहिए कि वो 3-4 इंच अपना हैंडल है ना ऊपर से कटवा दे. उसका ब्लॉक होता है, हाथ ही निकल जाता है उसका हमेशा. अभी नहीं, ऑस्ट्रेलियन सीरीज देखें, इंग्लैंड सीरीज देखें, हर जगह उसका मिस टाइमिंग होता है. उसका हैंडल ऊपर से कट कर दे 3-4 इंच, ठीक हो जाएगा वो.
लेकिन राशिद भाई उसका बैट निकलता है तो वो छक्का होता है. जो उसने दोनों हाथों से मारा वो अंदर
उसने 2 मारे.
तो आज मारी थी और 2 हमारे अगेंस्ट. आई थिंक ये इसका पेट शॉट है.
one-handed sixes.
So he's hitting more sixes with one hand as compared to 2 hands.
Okay, we will see, actually we'll try and see more of that later. I want to challenge him. Okay, he's mastered this one, the one-handed with the top hand. I want to see him hit, with the bottom hand now, one-handed. That's harder.
That would be harder, definitely.
Mind you, he's the sort of guy who would take that challenge on, isn't he?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, well we've seen the best of it. That is a promise, by the way. We, as you know, we like the odd cliffhanger here. So these things we can sort of dangle in front of you, and we can play that later just to excite everyone on the panel here. Are we done for this bit?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, let's take a break. Game on, hey. Distance he gets. I mean, and he's getting lower and lower underneath it. I mean, it's
almost with one leg also.
This is the shot.
That is the one.
That's the one.
That's the shot I was talking about.
No legs, only one hand.
Watch this.
No legs.
Watch this.
This is like someone sort of chopped his legs off. Yes,
somebody pushed him.
Look at the power.
Yep. Yeah, some serious power there, man. If you notice, he's a little stocky guy. He packs a punch. Certainly packs a punch.
Have we seen anyone else do that?
No, I haven't seen that. Sir, have you?
Well, I've done it once or twice.
One hand?
Yeah, I think it was against England in if my memory serves me right, the fastest 100, there's a few that I...
Forgotten it. Never, not a clue.
But you didn't want to see.
But from the solid base, though.
Huh?
From the solid base.
Not on one knee.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I had a very good view of that. 56 balls, wasn't it?
56 balls.
56 balls. And I had a very good view of the cathedral roof in St John's.
Yeah, there's a couple that that guy, man, he's special. Seriously special and strong. And
Brian Lara does it.
Yeah, I remember that Adelaide one-handed stick over point.
Off you.
And he said, that's why he said no.
That's why I want to see that.
Is that why you were keeping quiet?
Bottom hand. Top hand. I bowled a Yorker. Almost, nailed it. Yeah. Even like that, Adelaide, I remember, went flat over point.
But I can tell you,
short boundary.
When you're using the top hand, it's amazing when you're using that. Sometimes this is just basically as a little support. But if you're looking to follow through, here's where the power comes from. And if you can hit through the line, like what we have seen tonight.
So, now in T20 cricket, a lot of players use the bottom hand, anything you cut, pull, and, like a slog sweep, they use the bottom hand.
But this guy doesn't need the other hand.
For instance, Butler, a lot of Butler shots, they're like hockey shots.
Yes.
Strong wrists, and that bottom hand comes through very, very quickly.
And that's where he generates hand speed.
Yeah.
Dhoni?
Yeah.
The special helicopter
because
shot.
The helicopter shot, yeah.
Yeah, I think hitting on the up, maybe you can use top hand.
Yeah.
But if you want to make some extra shots, like from, like if someone bowling Yorker or you going over the top, so then maybe the bottom hand come in.
As David said, he's waiting to see that.
Well, not yet. Okay, let's move on. In terms of Afghanistan's batting today, it was always going to be a tough ask. 211 was the target. Good pitch, yes. They lost early wickets as well. In the end, the best and the highest scorer was Jannat with 42. And it was a bit of a lone cause towards the end. But at this stage, with the game pretty much lost, we've got to say that, he was able to play a few shots, find a few gaps, and finished up, as I say, with 42 not out.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Clean. Also, a very good shot. When you can hit it in front, just like, with such power. Oh, well done.
That's not bad.
Serious power.
That's not bad. Actually, I suppose that was the sort of spirit we were talking about. We've seen from Afghanistan at various stages prior to this day, where, as you so rightly said, Viv, earlier, they didn't have their best day.
Yeah, they didn't bring today. Just wasn't their day.
When you're chasing 200 plus and then your two openers got out early, then you got no chance. Shahzad and Zazai, if they could
go
play 10 overs, 8 to 10 overs, then there would be a chance of getting closer.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
हम देख सकते हैं इनका बैटिंग कार्ड भी जो आके भाई बात कर रहे हैं, दोनों ओपनर्स देखें 13 रन और कोई भी रन बना नहीं सके शहजाद, और उसके बाद जो सबसे बड़ा स्कोर है वो नीचे करीम जन्नत और मोहम्मद नबी का ही आया। और जब 200 आप चेस कर रहे होते हैं तो ऑफ कोर्स आपको स्टार्ट चाहिए, मिडिल में भी रन्स चाहिए।
ना हमें इस जज़ाई का एक शॉट था जो यॉर्कर लेंथ पे जो है ना उसने शॉट खेला, उसमें तो रोहित शर्मा स्लिप में खड़े होकर उन्होंने कहा मतलब एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी शॉट। और फिर जिस तरह गुरबाज के 2 शॉट थे, 2 छक्के उन्होंने मारे।
गुरबाज बहुत टैलेंटेड है,
इज अ वेरी टैलेंटेड प्लेयर, इज यंग गाय, यंग फेलो, इज अ स्ट्रांग गाय एंड ही इज अ रियल टैलेंट। 19
रन बनाए पर बहुत ही अच्छा है जो खेला है।
लगता है कि वो ना सिर्फ T10 के ही प्लेयर हैं, ये T20 है, बहुत लॉन्ग फॉर्मेट है इनके लिए। क्यों अजहर की टीम के है?
अच्छा,
yeah, I've seen him playing some great innings.
आपको सब तंग करते हैं, आपके कोच के पीछे भी पड़ते हैं, आपके प्लेयर्स के भी पीछे पड़ते हैं, क्या बात है?
तो नहीं, मैं सारी जगह पे कोचिंग कर रहा हूँ ना कहीं कोई ना कोई। अभी गुप्तल की बात होगी तो मैं उसके साथ खेला हूँ।
आज भी एक जगह से ऑफर हुई है इनको, लेकिन क्या 2 जगह जा नहीं सकते, ये तो सोच नहीं जाऊँ या ना जाऊँ। क्यों?
चले, ऐसी मुश्किलें सबको मिलेंगे, इतने ऑप्शंस हो। उमर भाई आप क्या कह रहे थे?
नहीं, मैं ये कह रहा था कि इनके पास सिर्फ है कि मिडिल ऑर्डर में एक एक्सपीरियंस लड़का था असगर, जो कि वो रिटायर हो गया। और वही मेरे ख्याल से पहले मैचेस में जिस तरह नबी बार बार कहते कि हमारी स्ट्रेंथ बॉलिंग ही है, तो मेरे ख्याल से बहुत बड़ी गलती उसने की है कि टॉस जीत के और उनको पहले बैटिंग वो कराई। मेरे ख्याल से ये वही इनके जो मिडिल ऑर्डर में एक बंदा जो था जो थोड़ा सा गेम को लेके जा सकता था, असगर, और वो भी रिटायर हो गया। लेकिन उनकी जो
उनके भाई हैं
ये करीम तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा उसको कॉपी भी कर रहे हैं, सेम उस तरह कर रहे हैं। आई थिंक उनको थोड़ा सा इनको अफगानिस्तान को मिडिल ऑर्डर में थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो रही है।
कमी महसूस नहीं होने देगा भाई की जिस तरह आज खेला है ना।
आई थिंक वो मैच ऐसी पोजीशन पे आ गया ना कि बस बनता था कि वो कर ले 42 something.
They're really enjoying all the changes that have been there in Afghanistan team, the middle order, Asghar going out, his brother making sure that no one feels his absence, Kareem Jannat.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we can move to Shami. His 4 overs, 32 runs, 3 wickets. He was well supported by other bowlers. Ashwin ने भी बहुत अच्छी bowling कराई आज।
होगा जो कंट्रोवर्सी चली है इंडिया में या वर्ल्ड वाइड, उससे बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर शामी से उठ रहा है और विकेट लिए इन्होंने, लग रहा था हैट्रिक भी कर जाएंगे। अच्छा कैच किया अश्विन ने,
लेकिन आई थिंक इसकी जो सबसे अच्छी क्वालिटी है, अगर आप इसको देखें टेस्ट मैच क्रिकेट में भी देखें, वनडे में, इसकी सीम जो है ना, रिस्ट बिहाइंड द बॉल, व्हेनेवर ही बॉल्स, यू नो, इट्स अपराइट, यू नो, और उससे उनको जो है ना स्विंग और सीम में होती है। एंड ही इज क्विकर देन यू थिंक, ही टच 140 और सम टाइम, यू नो, लाइक व्हेन ही गॉट अ गुड रिदम ही टच 90 माइल्स एन आवर एज वेल।
वो वही जो अजहर पे आप बात कर रहे हैं ना कि सीम हिट कर रहा है, उसके रेस बड़ा पोजीशन बड़ा ज़बरदस्त है, तो उसको एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑफ द पिच है ना वो निब में मिल जाता है, बॉल उसका राइज करता है और आज जिस तरह उसने बॉल किए जो ज़ज़ई को था बहुत जल्दी उसको पिक किया क्योंकि उसको पहली बॉल पे तेज़ बॉल पे हिट लगी उसके बाद उसने तेज़ बॉल किया नहीं उसको सारे जो ना वेरिएशन यूज़ किए स्लोअर वन के ऑस्टन से बॉल किया.
Can I ask the right wing, what do we think of Ashwin today? Because he hasn't played this form of the game, T20 internationals, for some years. He's been on the bench throughout the summer back in the UK in the test matches, almost as if Virat Kohli didn't really race him, which is extraordinary for a man of his qualities. And today I thought, you know, coming in for the first time, long time, those 2 wickets, both of them seemed to come from here. He got the lengths right. He must have. It seemed as though he somehow anticipated. There was one sweep shot and one reverse sweep shot, both of which missed, one LBW, one bowl. And it seemed he just has that knack of anticipating what a batsman's going to do.
He's a class act. He's the Indian T20 wicket taker of all time, up to now, if I'm correct in saying that. So from the very first ball that he bowled, he was spot on. And that sort of set the tone for him, and especially being out for quite some time.
4 years.
He didn't look out of place.
4 years.
He certainly didn't look out of place.
4 years.
I think he developed that carom ball or something like that.
He sometimes bowl leg spin also.
No, I mean, look,
with
at one time he was really struggling even in the IPL. He started bowling leggies. Yes, and then I think he developed carom ball and that's why he's back and
आगे इसको सस्पेक्ट एक्शन के ऊपर थोड़ा सा काम किया था यहाँ पे चंडीगढ़ में शायद ना तो ऑफ स्पिन जब करते थे तो इनके थोड़ा ज़्यादा इलीगल बॉलिंग
obviously when you
तो फिर लेग स्पिन शुरू की तो वहाँ से इनको आर्म स्ट्रेट किया
you correct your action your revolution and your power has to go down so after 4 years of practice hard work I think he's coming well and even though he was bowling well in IPL as well.
I say it's 4 years of extensive IPL bowling, franchise work. I mean, there's lots of work he's had to do. Lucrative work too, I suggest.
No, he's been playing cricket. You know, he played for Surrey this year.
Yeah.
But he's been playing for cricket. But T20 international T20 played after 4 years.
Yeah.
That might be good.
All right, well, I thought it worked. Anyway, Afghan batting was not at its best today. If we look through the fall of wickets now, I mean, it went wrong early. I mean, we've seen this before from the Shami packers, but Shahzad, who can make runs and make them quickly, was undone by the change of pace. This leading edge just loops into the air. I mean, it's clever bowling to follow the batsman, target the legs, make it impossible really to get the proper batter on ball. And that sets the tone, sadly. We've said this so many times. We've got another 10 days to say it as well. It sets the tone. Zazai these shots before and loves playing that shot. Misjudged this. It's clever bowling again, I think, because of the way the fingers go over the ball.
Almost like an off spinner. Even though off spinners are not rated really high here in this program, but they do get wickets.
On change of pace.
Yeah.
No,
This is a
Ashwin
good
got
catch.
2 also.
This is a great catch from Hardik Pandya. Gurbaz is another one who's not produced the big scores really, but this is well judged.
That's well watched as well.
I'm surprised he didn't break a finger.
Well watched. Because he had us to worry about the ball, also the boundary boards as well.
And he kept coming and going off the field because of elbow and shoulder, and then whenever he came back, he just takes a catch.
Yeah, into a wall.
That collision with Shahzad, which we had sort of a bit of a gentle game. At least they were both fine at the end of it. There was a line many years ago. There's a guy called Graham Fowler played for England opening innings, and we were playing the same team. I think one day international at Lords one day, and he ran into Mike Gatton, who is a solid unit. If you think Shahzad is solid, Mike, bless him, was a big, solid unit. And the expression I think Graham used at the end of the day is it's like running into a bread van. And the bread van normally comes first, it comes up better. Anyway, enough, that's just a bit of a diversion. He survived that. India, of course, had a very good day, both with bat and ball and with the catching and the fielding, so they have got their first points of the tournament, but they do need a few more. Right, we'll take another break, more after that. Game on Hay. Welcome back to Game on Hay. We just had a moment of drama there. We nearly had the man with the hoover and the brush and the mop just cleaning up after us, but we've still got lots to talk about. Now, there was another game today, Scotland in action against New Zealand. Let's just show you the match summary of that game. That was the earlier game today. New Zealand 172 for 5, batting first. Scotland actually quite a good effort trying to chase that down. They had New Zealand struggling a little bit early with the bats. Martin Guptill then played a very fine innings of 93. Ran out of steam a bit at the end. It was mighty hot early in the day. Scotland's 156 for 5 left them 16 runs short in the end. So that was game 1 today. So yeah, New Zealand with points, which of course they're very grateful for them, and they are still in a very, very good position to stay in qualification for that semi-final.
Yes, of course, they were important points. I think Scotland did give a very good fight. So that's why the kind of net run rate we were talking about for New Zealand, to have a more healthy run rate. I'm not sure they will be fully satisfied on that, but the 2 points, they are very, very important, and they've got those 2 points.
I mean, just to clarify, New Zealand, having beaten Scotland, have 2 games left. Namibia and Afghanistan, if they win both those games, it doesn't matter at all about net run rate. They'll just have the points they need to go through.
Yeah, of course. And that's so we can see now Guptill at the top of the order with all his experience. He used that experience really well. He had set that platform for New Zealand to have a very big win because he scored 93 of 56.
नहीं बिल्कुल काफ़ी एक्सपेक्टेशन थी उससे एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर उनका और आउट ऑफ फॉर्म था और बड़े लाइक आप कह सकते कि अच्छे टाइम पे उसको वापस आना खुशाइंद न्यूजीलैंड टीम के लिए कि अगर ये क्वालिफाई करे सेमीफाइनल के लिए और मेरे ख्याल से साथ में क्रेडिट जाता है जिस तरह अर्ली ऑन इन्होंने 3 विकेटें आउट होने के बाद जिस तरह ग्लेन फिलिप्स ने इसका साथ दिया बड़ा ज़बरदस्त था लंबा पार्टनरशिप उसने की 18 ओवर्स में वो आउट हो गए 157 पे इनके जो 4 था ग्लेन फिलिप्स वो आउट हो गया दोनों ने बड़े ज़बरदस्त बैटिंग की और एक टाइम पे लग रहा था कि 190-200 कर लेंगे लेकिन आई थिंक लास्ट में जिस तरह जो 3 ओवर किए स्कॉटलैंड के बॉलर्स ने क्रेडिट देना होगा सेट बैट्समैन खेल रहे थे क्रीज पे गुप्टिल जैसा प्लेयर और फिलिप्स और उन्होंने लास्ट 3 ओवर में आई थिंक 22 रन दिए तो वहाँ से थोड़ा सा स्कोर उन्होंने रोका और वो जो एंड के 3 ओवर थे वो डिफरेंस थोड़े से पड़ गए
और ये है न्यूजीलैंड का बैटिंग कार्ड जिसके बारे में उमर भी बात कर रहे हैं कि गप्टिल ने ऊपर से बहुत अच्छा स्कोर 93 का किया मिडिल ऑर्डर में थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा ग्लेन फिलिप्स ने नीचे आके उनको काफ़ी सपोर्ट किया पर एंड जो हमने देखा दूसरी टीम्स में कि फायरवर्क्स आपको एंड पे नज़र आते हैं उस तरह की कोई चीज़ नहीं हो सकी तो 190 तक नहीं जा सके बट काफ़ी अच्छा स्कोर था 172 का
Yeah, for Scotland and their bowling, actually we'll have a look at him later, but the outstanding figures for me, Mark Watt who's a slow left-arm spinner and he's been consistently very, very good throughout both the qualification stage of this tournament and this main Super 12s part. Again, just look at the economy rate, 3.25 against a very good New Zealand side, 4 overs, 12 dot balls, 1 for 13. I think those are great figures by a very, very talented and orthodox slow left-arm spinner, which is, you know, it's a big plus for them. That.
Yeah, especially on a pitch where almost 300